One still in awe of his last game, passing Noam Van Brocklin's 1951 mark of 554 passing yards. It's the Raiders and the Bengals next.
What better way to start off the afternoon? So out head the Raiders for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their fourth-year quarterback.
If there's such thing as perfection in the NFL for a quarterback, well, he pretty much achieved it last week. QB rating through the roof. No mistakes, 6 touchdowns. Just a phenomenal day. Hard to replicate, but the consistency and the confidence that can come out of that should endure.
That's grabbed inside the 30. And that is a touchdown. The Raiders take a 6-0 lead right away. One snap in, and this offense as efficient as they could be, partner, and looking very dangerous to begin this ball game too.
Yeah, you know, it's one thing for coaches to tell us in our production meetings they want to be a quick strike offense, got to be explosive. But they put that talk into action. One play from scrimmage, 1 touchdown, and 1 massive statement sent across the field.
The Raiders and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them, right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, and start.
Big gain downfield. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. The early returns on the stat sheet have been good so far, partner. He's off to the exact kind of start they were hoping he'd have.
Yeah, you can just feel the rhythm, the timing, the tempo, and that ball is zipping all over the field.
So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's first down. Looking for a throw here. Chased out to his right. Oh, look at this, here he goes. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. From the red zone now. Got to it right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him. Altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Escapes the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. I'm just taking a guess here, Brock, that they were so concerned with his passing prowess that they forgot this dude can deal quite a bit of damage with his legs, too.
Yeah, this is where offenses in the NFL are blurring with the college game. They want guys running the show who can light it up through the air, but just as often torch you on the ground with numbers normally reserved for running backs.
Score! Touchdown, Las Vegas! The Raiders pull out in front further, 13-zip. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. Right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get.
Raiders headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he already has a passing touchdown in this game. As you can see, that's what he's done with regularity all year, sitting among the NFL leaders in that category. Airing it out to start this drive. He's on the move. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Couldn't connect with Amari Cooper. And it's going to be second down. They'll throw it. Buys time, rolling right. He's going to keep it this time. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26. from midfield now. Rolling left, buying some time. Oh, he's going for it again. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Early on, it's not his work passing the football we're talking about. It is what he's been able to do as a runner that has this place buzzing.
Yeah, years ago, Kate, taking what the defense gives you means checking it down, but not anymore. Not the QBs of today. He's showing you the prowess he has with his legs as well.
That one's on the mark. Jacoby Myers. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. The Raiders take a 20-zip lead. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine, surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
The Raiders ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone, but through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. It was there, he just couldn't corral it. So it's second down coming up.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Finds a seam down the middle. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Raiders were running away so far. We've got a 27-zip gain. Amari Cooper, the touchdown. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. There has been nothing that can stop them, so we gotta assume this drive, Brock, likely gonna end in a touchdown as well. First and 10, they're gonna throw. Flush down out to his left. Throwing on the run, deep down the middle. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Here's a throw. Forced out to his right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in. Touchdown. The Raiders continue dominating in our opening half. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And among dual threats in the NFL so far this season, there has been no equal. He's leading all quarterbacks in rushing yards to this point. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He fires one deep. They connect on the deep shot. And he will take this in. Touchdown! The Raiders boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they had prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch him sleeping to start that drive.
The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. On the move, headed right. Now he takes it, and they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Escapes out to the left. Took off with it again. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. And how about this? A 100-yard game on the ground, but it's not the running back that's doing it. And he's showing you why you should never sleep on what he can do when he's outside that pocket. 1st and 10 from the 41. Back to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. Taking off with it again. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Getting out to his left. Oh, he's calling his own number again. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. To throw here on 1st down. Chased out to his right. He sends this one to the end zone. And he can't hang on to it in the end zone. Not an interception, only an incompletion. So they get it back. 2nd down coming up. They're throwing it. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
They'll come up 1st and 10. He's going to throw this one. Has it at the 7. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. And that completion gets him up to 400 yards in the football game. No, it's a tough mark to reach, but one that every quarterback takes pride in being able to reach, or at least challenge every so often. Flushed out of the pocket. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas! The Raiders push their lead further to start the half. Just a great effort there from him, Brock, to take it upon himself, embrace the initiative, and turn that drive into 6.
You know, Kate, there was a day when you were watching Steve Young or Randall Cunningham, and that felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's not today. It feels like every quarterback's got to be able to score, be a dual threat on the ground. It's part of an offense every single team relies upon.
Throwing now on 1st down. He's on the move. Down he goes. The Bengals got to him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again following the sack. Buys time, rolling right. Caught by the open man. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time he could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. They'll throw on first. Rolling left, buying some time. He's on the move. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Forced out to his right. He calls his own number again. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Raiders about to stay unbeaten once again. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Raiders continue piling it on here in the 4th. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you can strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating.
Look at you.
And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
Wow, they're gonna pass it here. On the move, headed right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, there's going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Chased out to his right. On the move, look. He's got it deep downfield. He has the touchdown. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Mm-hmm. So it's a road win for the Raiders in this one. And even fighting that dreaded body clock with the West Coast trip, they played their game. They're taking this victory back east with them.